Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm CASSANOVA and I am so tired, but I promised you guys that I was going to do this vlog video, so I definitely wanted to get it done before I go to bed because I want to let you know I am a woman of my word. So, I am. Today's video is actually going to be about dyeing immature locks. So, if you look back at my previous videos, you realize that my hair color was my natural hair color, which was black. And you can tell by my roots, see, black, and then it goes into this auburn, burgundy, copper type of look. I don't know. Anyhow, that was not the color that I was going for. I was actually going for more of a purple look. If you look back at my older videos, when I had my first set of locks, you realize that I had opened up my bangs, and my bangs were loose, and I had dyed my bangs purple, and I also had dyed like the back of my hair, like right here. I had dyed the back of my hair purple with my first set of locks. And I pretty much wanted to do the same thing, except this time I was going for my full head of purple. And it just didn't come out, right? Which is fine because I didn't use any bleach except for what was in the package. So the package that I bought did have bleach in it and everything like that. And you'll see that throughout the video. So it did come with bleach inside the package, but I didn't buy an external bleach to bleach my hair prior. I used a 40 volume, and then I used the dyes, which I've thrown out. Where are they? Hold on. Sorry, my mess. I used this. So this one is Radiant Raspberry. And then I used 2 of Radiant Raspberry, plus I used a plum. I don't know, like, yes, I got it on my neck, I got it on my head, I got it everywhere. I don't know if it's gonna take or not. So I knew that I may not get the color that I wanted. Okay everyone, so it's been almost 4 hours, so I'm getting ready to wash my hair out. So, I don't even want it on my neck though. I'm going to wash this out. I think where I went wrong, actually maybe I didn't go wrong. It looks like the bottom might turn out to be that purple that I wanted, but the top is going to be really red or something. Anyways, I don't know. Now, I read somewhere that they said it doesn't matter, leaving it in for 4 hours is not going to do anything. I don't know if that's true or not, but my niece said when she leaves her dye in for 2 hours, it actually dyes her hair and she gets the color she's looking for. So I said, okay, well, I'll give it a try. If it doesn't come out, then I said even if it lightens it, will be good. And then in 6 weeks, I could always add another purple on top to actually get that purple color if I don't like the color it turns out to be. Hey everyone, so it's still wet, but overall, I think what happened was I see it looking like a plum. It looks really plum. So I did use, remember, plum and raspberry, radiant raspberry. So I'm thinking obviously the plum really took over when it came to my locks. However, it's wet, so you know when it's wet, it's a darker color than what it'll be when it dries. So it might actually come out to be the color that I'm looking for. However, my roots still came out really light. And I did my roots last. I literally did my roots last. So I'm like, ooh. I did my roots last. But I think because I left it in for 4 hours and my roots are loose, they're not retained. That's why it took, because if you look where this color came out so orangey is right where that's all loose. Once it starts to lock, it looks like a dark color. See that? And because lesson learned also, because I have immature locks, a lot of my locks at the end especially did a lot of bunching. But I expected that. I already knew ahead of time that that would happen.
And I did it anyways because I was like, I don't mind. So, this is the end result. Well, the wet result. And yeah, it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. The ends, I'm still debating because I don't know if they're going to come out to be like a dark purple or what. It kind of looks like it will be, or at least in the light, it looks like it will be that. However, if I'm debating because I have this temporary, it's semi-permanent purple that I used when I used to have my locks back in 2012, I think, with that first set of locks that I did my bangs and my backup, and that would come out nice and purple. And I'm wondering if I should just lay it on top. I don't know if I should let this dry and see what it comes out, or if I should lay the purple on it and just do the purple right now and then call it a day.
And once this color came out, I actually put another temporary dye on top of it right away to try and help bring out the color. Like I usually use like a door, and I put a door on right away, the older door that I had from like years ago, to see if it could help bring out that purple a little bit more. It did a little bit for a little bit, but it wasn't really purple. It still came out like a plumish, which is still, I guess, plumish, but it had like a purple tint. Anyhow, the biggest mistake anybody can make is dyeing your immature locks. Usually the rule of thumb is dye your hair before you put your locks in, or you install your locks, dye your hair before that, or wait until your locks mature and then dye your hair. There is a reason behind this. Now, if you dye your hair before you put in your locks, therefore you don't have to worry about the dye affecting your locks because it's already been applied to your hair. If you dye your hair after your locks mature, you don't have to worry again about the dye affecting your locks, besides, you know, the typical drying of your hair, etc., because your hair is already fully locked up. If you dye your hair when it's immature locks, now you have an issue. Unfortunately, when you dye your hair and your locks are immature, you run the risk, besides of course moisture,
you shouldn't dye your hair,
but you run the risk of bunching.
Well, this is mature locks.
This is not an
so now when I retie,
it's not like, oh, if I dye my locks, is it gonna happen? Oh, it may not happen to me. Oh, it may have just happened to you. No, you have your locks. You most likely
but I'm okay with doing that
experience bunching if you dye immature locks. Now, my locks at the time I dyed it, I dyed my hair, my locks were 15 months old. Today, as I'm recording this video, we're in March, so my locks are 19 months old. So my locks are 19 months old, but I dyed it when it was 15 months old. And this side I kind of started, like I kind of pulled out most of them. As you can see, my ends are still loose, but I kind of pulled out most of the bunching, so it was not so bad. Because I have loose ends, the ends sometimes come out like you see, like wavy, curly, etc. But this side of my hair, I haven't really tackled. Like I tackled the front, but I have to still retain the back. And what was happening is, as I'm retightening, I'm yanking my hair apart to try and pull the bunching. Now, sometimes it works where I've been able to pull out the bunching that has happened in between the lock, and I'll like just yank it. And sometimes it hasn't worked. So if we look over here, because I know I still have to retain over here. So all right, let's put that over there for a second. If we look over here, you shall see, you see, like there's a whole bunch of, like even here, you might be able to tell the ends are like all bunched up instead of being smoothed out. It's not budding, it's literally from the dye bunching up a whole bunch of my locks. You see there. So there's quite a few, and I usually just try and yank them out when they're throughout the lock. The ends are kind of hard to pull out, but I'll try and use like my retaining tool and stick it in there and try and yank it out like that. I'm trying to see if I can find one that's bunched up throughout the lock. And yes, if you do this, unfortunately, you do also run the risk of pulling your lock too hard. You have to really feel your lock out, because you could pull your lock too hard to the point where your lock will break. So you don't want to do that either. Now, because I knew by dyeing my hair, I was dyeing my hair for a purpose. Like, I already knew I wanted to basically cut off, I want to cut off all these, I want my hair to grow out, and I want to cut off the hair that has the dye on it. And that's the reason why I dyed it, so therefore I would see the division. I can't find one, but these are all bunched up. You can tell they're really, really short compared to the rest of my head top. And yeah, it's just this one section here where it's like everything got bunchy, and it sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, even when I'm self-conscious when I pull my hair like this, I'm aware that, you know, my middle was always short for some reason, but it got worse with the bunching. Anyways, I'm sure you can get the idea. And then yeah, so whenever I find them, I have to literally take my hand, I put it above the bunch and I put it below the bunch, and then I'll yank my hair and try and pull it out. Most times it works for me, but I think I've ripped maybe 2 of my locks while doing this. So it is definitely a possibility to rip your hair.
Stay tuned to see my next video, which will be about how many locks I have. Why don't you guys start guessing in the comments below?
Lesson learned. Please learn from my mistakes. Don't dye your hair until your hair is completely matured. For me, because of the type of hair I have and the type of locks I have, how small they are, I find the smaller the locks, the longer it takes to lock up. So I'm anticipating that it's going to take me about 3 years before my locks will fully mature. And I'm halfway there. I am halfway there, but I still have another halfway to go, right? I'm not 2 years in yet. And once I hit 2 years, I still have another year. But I'm enjoying them. So, like I was saying, basically the whole entire point of this video was do not dye immature locks. Wait until your locks are matured, or dye it before you install your locks. Therefore, you avoid bunching. And I don't know about you, but if I could avoid it, why not avoid it? The good thing about me, like I said, I already knew that I want to cut off the end locks and basically just have the locks that I've worked on, or the parts that I've worked on. So that was my purpose of dyeing it. So I know anything that has the dye, I will be cutting off eventually once my hair has grown out more. And therefore, I'm okay with the fact that there may be some bunching, but I still try and pull them out anyways, because you never know. Maybe once my locks have actually locked up, I might be in love with them and be like, oh man, these look so good, I don't want to cut them. And if that's the case, then they'll be staying, right? So we'll see. You never know what happens in my journey. So definitely go ahead and press the like button, even though I know I kind of ruined my locks. But subscribe. And you can leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions how to avoid bunching while dyeing. Definitely put that down, because I haven't found that solution yet. And we'll definitely talk and keep you posted. I still want to dye my hair again. I want the purple look. So I'm debating. I do have purple dye here from Manic Panic. I'm debating whether I should just do like my back, which is kind of almost locked up, I guess. Like if I should just do like the back row like how I did before, and my bangs, or if I should apply it to my whole entire head. So let me know down below what you think I should do. Should I do my whole entire head purple? Should I just do my bangs and the back row? What should I do? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next lock video. Ciao.